Hi, I'm Devin, Product Manager for OZO Live, and we're here today to talk about the user interface for the OZO Live software. Now, if you haven't seen some of the earlier videos, just by way of a recap, OZO Live is a software product running on reference hardware that takes the 1.5 gigabit data signal out of the OZO camera and makes it a UHD video signal for use in broadcast video workflows. Now, right now we have the OZO server behind the wall back here, and we're connecting to the web server on that machine using a standard web browser. You can use a laptop, you can use a desktop, you can use an iPad. It's a completely web-compatible interface, and you can use any way of connecting to it. Now, before you get to OZO Live, typically you would use the OZO remote software for camera control. So you would control the camera exposure, the white level, get the camera input looking the way you like, and then you come over to OZO Live. Now, in this video, we're going to talk about the Broadcast Controls tab. This is the tab where you will do the basic settings for audio and video output that you typically set at the beginning of your production and you don't use after that. In later videos, we'll focus on the other parts of the interface. So in the Broadcast Controls section, you have several options to decide what you want to output from OZO Live in both audio and video formats. So let's start first with video. On the video side, you have the ability to choose the frame rate. Now, the camera captures at 30 frames a second, but often downstream equipment requires other frame rates. So we do have the ability to choose 2997, 5994, or 60, as well as the native 30. More significantly, you have the ability to change the video format. So right now you can see we're running at top-bottom stereoscopic 360. But that's not the only format that you would typically want to deploy. If you're going to a web-based target, such as a YouTube or Facebook news feed, you probably want to be delivering monoscopic. So you do have the ability to choose a monoscopic equirectangular output, and in a moment you see the system will reset to be able to show that monoscopic view, and there you see it's up there. You also have the ability to choose different projections. There is the ability to do a Lambert projection, which some people prefer to equirectangular because it devotes more pixels to the center of the screen. There's also the ability to put a cube map, which has better delivery characteristics in some cases, although it's not widely supported by clients. And it's also, you'll see when it comes up on the screen here, a little bit difficult to direct against. So I think in general you'll probably be using an equirectangular output. There is one special format which is a 180 format. So this is useful if you're not particularly interested in the back side of the hemisphere and you really want to do a 180-degree only presentation. This allows you to use the entire 4K field for the forward hemisphere. So essentially you get better resolution using a single 4K frame. Now that's the video side. On the audio side, similarly, you have the ability to choose a number of different possible outputs. The raw audio coming out of OZO is 8 microphones in a spherical configuration. You can deliver that raw 8-channel audio format for later processing. You can deliver a 2-channel stereo mixdown format which preserves spatial content from all 8 of the mics. Or you can deliver a 5.0 channel standard surround sound output using the SDI standard over that output SDI cable. The other option that you have is to follow the input format. So this can be very useful if you're using an external audio feed and you're feeding that into the OZO Live upstream of OZO Live for later processing into your program feed. You do have a couple of settings on the audio side. You can change the delay. Again, if you're getting a feed from an external audio mixer, often there's a frame of delay on that feed. And you also have a gain setting. So once you're done with the broadcast control setting, you'll be able to begin your production. And that's when you move on to the video processing and Stitcher settings tabs, which we'll cover in the coming videos. Thanks very much.